Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday night. It's 7 o'clock, and we are live. Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday night. It's 7 o'clock, and we are live. Welcome to V-Talks. I'm your host, Veronica Brockwell. Well, I'm excited tonight because my very dear friend, singer, songwriter, and country artist Grace Morrison will be with us tonight. I haven't seen her, and I swear it seems like 6 months, and the only time we seem to be able to catch up is on the show. So she's been really busy. She's been touring all summer. She's been promoting her new CD, Daughter. Let me get that right. Here we go. Please welcome to the V-Talks, as I'm supposed to say, my very dorky dear friend, Grace Morrison.
Hey!
Hi. It's so true though, right?
Oh, that intro made me really, really happy.
I know. Well, you are my dorky friend because we dork out together.
Oh yeah.
Like all the time. Like we were just planning on when our next dork out date was going to be.
Dork out date.
You have Christmas lights.
I do. The things at Christmas time that make me the happiest are these Christmas lights in my Grinch village. Talk about dorky.
I saw that. I don't have any decorations up yet.
It's a lot of work, man.
It is.
It's a lot of work.
And a little piece of me was like, it's the 7th. Should I even bother? And I'm like, I would be horrible if I didn't put up decorations.
Just like one or two.
I know. But you know what I mean, right? Like you're like, oh, it's the 7th. And I'll have to take them down like in just a few weeks.
Well, that's, I went through in my head because I'm leaving for Nashville on Friday. And then I'm like, do I decorate now? But then I'm gone. And by the time I get home, it's almost Christmas. And so anyway, I half did it.
So, Grace, I know most of the people watching know who you are, but there might be just a couple that might not know your story. So can you give me like a little cliff notes on who's Grace Morrison?
Oh, gosh. Grace Morrison is someone whose only skill in life is music. I broke my leg walking. But,
you did. That's a true story.
I did.
Yeah.
So cool. But, I've done music my whole life. I taught for years and years. I had like 65 students a week. And when I got pregnant with my son, I was like, okay, well, I can't have 3 full-time jobs, like momming and songwriting and teaching. And so I decided, the thing I want my son to see in life is that you pursue your passion. So I just went full steam in on the songwriting and touring, and then COVID hit, and here we are.
I know. And that is pretty quick. But you actually have some pretty cool people that you worked with in the early years. Yeah. Can you tell us about some of them?
Well, in the early years. Now, mind you, at the time, I had no idea who they were.
It doesn't matter.
I sang backup for Eddie Money.
Yes.
And the guitars from Badfinger. Mm-hmm. No matter what you are. Drummer from AC/DC. Carmine Appice, who wrote If You Want My Body and You Think I'm Sexy. Greg Douglas from Steve Miller Band, who wrote Jungle Love. Mm-hmm. And I really was on a tour bus with these guys, and I'm just like, who are these grandpas? I had no idea. And I am so ashamed that I did not have the proper reverence for them at the time.
Do you even have their autographs?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I have their emails. I have stories from the road with them. I have the life lessons I have learned from them.
Plenty of those.
Oh yeah, I learned things.
And so currently you are promoting your CD, Daughter.
I am.
But I have a few more here. So I have this one.
Oh, yes, the first one.
So when did this one come out?
2017.
2017. And then I also have this one.
Reasons.
I'm a fan, clearly. So tell us about Daughter and all about how you decided to write this one.
Yeah. So it's 100% a product of COVID. It feels weird to say that I have gratitude for what we've all been through, but I do. Because prior to that, I played in a band for a number of years. And then when that band broke up, I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, I can't do this by myself. And then I got people to be my backing band, right, for years. And when COVID hit and all of a sudden I had to play by myself, I realized that I had been hiding. I hid behind a band because I didn't have the confidence to do it myself. And then I did it with the backing musicians, and I realized like I didn't even have any songs that I had written to be just me and an instrument. So that's what I spent quarantine doing, writing songs for just me and an instrument.
And so you also, on this album, you wrote a song with Lori McKenna?
I did.
Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh. So just for reference, you might think you don't know who Lori McKenna is, but you most definitely do if you listen to music. She wrote Humble and Kind for Tim McGraw. She wrote Girl Crush. She wrote with Lady Gaga, Sara Bareilles. I mean, everybody. She every year she has a song nominated for Best Song at the Grammys. I just voted for her.
Great.
But we had a mutual friend who sent her my music, and she wanted to write with me, and so I got to go write with her. And here's a funny thing, Veronica. I just back in October went to Nashville to present some music to publishers, and I shared with them the song I wrote with Lori, and they were like, how did you get to write with her? And I said, I don't know. She just invited me over. And they were like, that doesn't happen.
Yes, it does.
I was like, oh, it happened to me.
Right.
But it's such a funny thing because you can't, I don't like name dropping, but how do I say I wrote this song with Lori McKenna without it being name dropping?
I'll do it for you.
Okay, you do it.
I have another name. You want to hear it?
Yes.
I'm going to name drop for you.
Would you?
Because I'm your biggest fan. Okay. Lloyd Maines.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That is the father of the lead singer of the Chicks, formerly the Dixie Chicks. Mm-hmm. And he is a Hall of Famer in his own right. He has played on everybody and their mother's record in country music. He's an amazing pedal steel player, and every musician knows who Lloyd Maines is.
That's incredible.
I was floored that he responded to my email, let alone being like, yeah, of course I'll play for you. And he offered me advice, and a lot of chit chats, just, music business advice that I was not expecting. He's such a gift.
And you had a pretty famous backup singer on your album.
Yeah. My buddy Teddy.
Yes, Teddy Mathews.
He's amazing.
I know he is.
All right, here is a question for the audience and for you. I often say things like, I really need to zhuzh up this song, or would you please zhuzh my hair? How does one spell zhuzh? And what is the etymology of that word? Because I use it so much and I want to type it sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't know I can't even Google how do you spell zhuzh because I can't spell it.
I know. So we're probably going to have to reach out to him and ask him.
I'd like to know. But anyway, I say all that to say Teddy really zhuzhed up my record with his vocals.
Right. Yeah. No, it was beautiful. Yeah. Very well done.
Thank you.
And you've been touring. So tell me, I know you sent me a picture from Dollywood. That I know.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It was cute.
So I just got back from rural Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
I had some shows in Missouri. That was fun. I got out there, and the shows were great. I don't want to seem like I'm being facetious, but I got out there to get my rental car, and everywhere just signs saying, warning, deer season, warning, deer season. I'm like, what? It's a big deal. We have deer also.
Sure.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing here.
Are they bigger?
There's just so many of them. The highway is just straight highway, and every foot there's another deer.
Okay.
And I think the biggest stressor of that trip was, there's nothingness for hours and hours and hours. And so my hotel was 3 hours away from everybody. So driving in the middle of the night through deer season, it was fun.
So where else did you go?
I did a little southeastern tour. So I did the Gatlinburg Songwriters Festival where we played at Dollywood. And, I was in South Carolina and North Carolina and Tennessee and New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
And now you're going to Nashville.
Going back to Nashville to write.
I love it.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say who you're writing with? Is this a secret?
No, it's not a secret. Her name's Barbara Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
And she wrote a song, it was a hit in the 80s called I Guess You Had to Be There. Mm-hmm. And she's like a connector in Nashville. She runs the Bluebird Cafe open mic, which is a thing. Chris, my friend Chris is here. Oh, I've missed seeing Chris on my live streams. So Barbara's just a really amazing person in the Nashville scene, and I'm super excited to write with her because she's a really lyric-based writer, and I've strong melodies, so I think it'll be a good combo.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna sing a little bit, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we have not had a discussion at all. So I have no idea what's coming down the pike. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna sing a song I wrote about sleep anxiety. Doesn't that sound uplifting?
Does it have a name? I didn't even put it in the little.
Yeah, it's called "It's Gonna Be a Night."
It's gonna be a night.
Yeah, and if anyone has suffered with sleep anxiety, you'll know what I mean by that, because it gets, when you're a chronic sufferer, you get to nighttime and you start thinking like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Oh my gosh, I can't sleep tonight. It's gonna be one of those nights. And for me, it's like that every night. And I try to write a song every day, and this one particular night, it had been a night, and I hadn't slept, and I got up, I was a zombie the next day. I'm like, how in the hell am I going to write a song today? Like, I'm just a walking nothing. And I wrote this song.
All right. Well, it's going to be a night. Let's do it. I'm going to pull myself out, and you have the floor.
I hadn't slept in days. I can't escape my mind. When the sun gets low, that's when I know it's gonna be a night. Racing thoughts abide. I can't close my eyes. When the sun goes down, I hit the ground and say it's gonna be a night. When it rains, I look to the water. Please don't leave me now. I lay and wait for the thunder to pull me down, pull me down. Waking sleep is this. I barely exist. But when the sun gets high, that's my time to live a little bit. Oh, you think I see you? I pretend it's true. When the sun gets high, that's when it's time to do what the living do. When it rains, That's when I know it's gonna be a night.
Woohoo!
Yay!
That was so uplifting for a cranky, tired person.
Right? I was pretty cranky that day.
I know, but like it was like I like it. That's awesome. You're writing for your next album, aren't you?
Well, I'm writing so this year, as opposed to putting out a new album, I'm going to put out a new single every other month.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to have 6 singles that come out next year. And I'm in talks with a new, someone about working on a new little EP in Austin, Texas. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
There's a wink in there. I'm winking.
Okay. All right. I love it. So, so you're going to Nashville and you're going to do some writing in Nashville. Are you playing in Nashville too? Are you doing some tour? Are you continuing with your tour? Is your tour done for now?
So my official tour is done for this year. I'm going to do a couple writers rounds while I'm there, which is like the thing in Nashville. Do you know about writers rounds?
You're going to tell us.
It's the best way to play. Now, I'm pretty sure that this started at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. But a writer's round is what you just have 3 or 4 songwriters and you just go around the circle and you each play a song. And you just keep going around the circle. As an audience member and as a singer, it's my favorite way to play because you don't get bored. You know, like because you just get a new artist every song. It's so fun.
Tell our viewers what is the process in writing a song? Like, what is your process? I'm sure people have different ones.
It's morphed over time.
Okay.
It's just so funny to me because for a very, very long time, hey Denise, hey Gail, I would just kind of like start playing and start singing whatever came out of my mouth. That was the song. That was it. There were no edits. It was just, well, that's the song.
Right.
Why would I do anything more with that? You edit things.
It's like the V-Talks. Nothing happening here.
Right? It just is what it is.
It is just what it is.
And as I go along and I write with more artists and I hear what an expert songwriter does, like Lori McKenna, for example, I just realized the arrogance of me thinking that just whatever stream of consciousness comes out, that's the song. Because that's really not how you write a great song. You know, you're one of the things Barbara Cloyd said to me was, she said, you know, I used to think songwriting was easy until I learned how to write a song. You know, because especially in country songwriting, you're trying to make a really succinct story that's clear for everybody, that doesn't need any explanation. And, you know, it's okay, I'm realizing, if, you know, you have a first draft and then you make it better. So the answer to your question, Veronica, is I don't know anymore. It's changing with every song. You know, especially like lately I've been coming in with a title idea, you know, and then trying to write to the title. Or, you know, whereas in the past, I think I would write more to a feeling.
Well, right. Well, like, so for example, the song that you just wrote, that was a feeling.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, it was a little bit of a combination for me because
I was. Look, Juliet just popped on.
Hey, Juliet, hey!
I haven't seen you forever, girl. Yay! All right, go ahead.
You know, that song, I feel like whenever you tell somebody that you have that complaint that you can't sleep, they have the solution. It's like, oh, have you ever tried THC? Have you ever tried CBD? Have you ever tried lavender? And I'm like, vodka? Yeah, I've tried all the things. I've tried everything, all of it. And I need all of it. The next song I'm going to play for you has it's both a feeling and maybe not so much a story song, but I think that the message is really clear. Okay. I think. But the story song, girl, is the hard one to write. That's what I'm working on right now. That was a really long answer. I'm sorry. There's no answer to that question.
I was just going to say, I don't think we got one.
There isn't one.
It's just combo. Is it no, because I think it's an opinion, right? Like, I think I think people have different ways of doing it.
For sure. Right? And I think if you had a room of songwriters and you asked that question, everyone would laugh because none of us know, right? Like, we think we have a process and then it changes and then you get an idea when you're in the grocery store and then, you know, it's just it varies song by song. I think maybe Elton John and Bernie Taupin, maybe they have one way they do it though.
Yeah, right. I know. All right, so let's play another number. What are you gonna do?
Oh, so this one actually has a conversation piece to it. Because as you know, but the audience might not know. Well, actually, maybe I talked about this last time I was on here. The entirety of my past 2 years has been helping a loved one through an eating disorder. And, it's taught me a lot about myself. It's taught me a lot about the way we as human beings treat ourselves and each other, and what we value in human beings. And it's just so insidious. I don't have a better word for it. And I had a moment when I was thinking to myself, I just need to tell her she's beautiful. She just needs to understand she's beautiful, right? And I start telling her she's beautiful and she should love herself. And I took a step back and I thought, whoa, but do I love myself? No, I actually hate my body. What? And when did I start hating my body and why? I made a human with this thing, and I realized that my feelings of dislike for my body go back to when I was a little kid. And it wasn't because anybody told me I was unattractive. In fact, I got told the opposite all the time. But the people who were telling me I was beautiful, I could see them actively hating themselves. And so my message, or that my soapbox, is that it's just so important that we treat ourselves with love and care and respect, because that's what little people see. Is that too preachy?
No, it's not. And I've had several shows on this exact topic, and it's very frustrating that we really, many of us, we're not happy with ourselves and how we look, and it's difficult because the images that we're seeing every single day that are being thrown at us, they're not accurate.
Right.
Even on social media. I mean, there are filters for everything.
Right.
Just looking on your phone, people that there's a filter. You can make yourself look however you want. So it's
right.
very challenging, to be a young person growing up in this environment.
Yeah, and it's just such a cavalier thing we throw around when we see someone who's lost weight. It's just an instinct in us to compliment it, but without stopping to think hey,
I do it.
Why? We all do.
Yeah, I do it. If I see somebody, I'm like, oh my God, you look amazing, and you want to encourage that person. But when you do that, you're saying, well, did they not look good before?
Right.
Are they now thinking I'm only attractive if I'm small?
Right.
It's
a thing.
Well, I can't. So this song is related to this experience.
It is. Yeah. It's called Learning to Be. And it's, I was thinking about that person, but also my little son. He's going to be 3 next month.
I can't.
And it happens to boys too. It's not just girls. And so, he's learning how to be right now. And so I'm trying to make sure that the messages he gets in his head have nothing to do with, body image.
All right, I'm pulling myself out. I can't wait to hear it.
I promise after this one, I'll just do uplifting. 10. It feels like a long time to carry around a weight you don't need, worrying about what they all see. Cover your flaws up, but not too much makeup. A real lady crosses her legs, never asks and never begs. And what would they think of you if they could see you now? Oh, get you a hardened heart if you're gonna play your part. Those words were never meant to be remembered, but youth has a strong memory. When you're learning to be 15, in the mirror. Make sure my skin is clear so they don't see me less than I wanna be. And I can't stand next to you when I'm trying to hide that it's true. And what will they think of you if you're always asking for it? I'll get you a hardened heart if you're gonna play your part. Those words were never meant to be remembered, but youth is a strong memory. When you're learning to be, learning to be. I remember asking why God gave me these thighs, like some kind of joke. It's hard to love your frame when they give it a name. And just like that, you're learning to be. Oh, those words were never meant to be remembered, but you, there's a strong memory when you're learning to be.
That was gorgeous.
Thank you.
What a message. That song is beautiful. Because I haven't, just so you all know, I haven't heard these songs yet. So really impressive. That
Thank
was
you.
amazing.
I
And the
inhaled.
comments too. Like you've got like all these comments on here. That was incredible.
Thank
Really.
you, everybody. I also appreciate that you give me positive comments. I inhaled a piece of dust in the middle of that.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about that. No, we want to know. Like, okay, what do you do when you're performing and you inhale a bug or anything? Like, what happens?
You continue and find a way to laugh it off or continue.
What if you have to sneeze?
The song keeps going and you sneeze and then you find an artful way to re-enter the song.
Right?
That's what you do.
Because these things still occur, right?
Oh, yeah. I heard, I saw Sara Mclachlan live and her voice cracked in the middle of the song and she just kind of like said the F word and continued. But I mean, like it's just real, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's how you know it's not lip syncing.
Right. Right.
And
The
I just want
song
to say,
keeps going while you're coughing, and then
I want to say thank you to Gail and Daniel and Alex. Gail and I just recently connected because I'm working on some new social media marketing. So that's how we connected through one of my video promotions.
I love
Michel Perret, merci. Et c'est en français, je parle français.
Wait.
Well, oh, merci. That means so much to me.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna try not to inhale dust on the next song. So
I know.
do you know the hardest part, Veronica, is that you always beat yourself up after a show. If something wasn't perfect, you're like, oh, why? Thank you, Gail.
I think your audience clearly they love your voice. It's beautiful. It's flawless.
So that song, I'm really glad to get this feedback because one of the tough parts about not performing out a ton is that you don't get any metrics to know if a song's a keeper or not. And that's one that I really want to record. When I wrote that one, I think that song, writing it, was the most emotion I've ever felt writing a song. And I think that's because it's just emotion I've had in me since I was 10.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that connected with people.
It is. It's going to resonate with a lot of people. Love it. And you're going to be performing again in this platform. You're getting back on your world tour, right?
I am. My virtual world tour, December 20th. We're going to get that baby going again. So I'm going to be live streaming from my Facebook page and from my YouTube page every Monday night at 7.
And it's really terrific because you partner with different artists from all over the world and you share audiences, and we get to meet new artists as well when we tune in. Such a good idea.
Oh, it's so much fun. I mean, it's just a cool way to hang out with other people because as artists, most of the time we're all performing on the same night, so we don't get to hear each other. So
no, and you started that during the pandemic.
I did. Remember, I called you. I was like, Veronica, I have an idea. I'm going to tour all 50 states, one every day. Remember? I was going to get an artist.
I looked at you like, what? How is this happening? I got it. Don't worry. Okay.
But I think I did it. I got artists from every state, even Hawaii.
You did, but you did it once a week.
Yeah, once a day was not sustainable.
Yeah, you did it. I mean, you could have.
It could have been done, but there have been some sacrifices to my sanity.
No, I thought it was a brilliant idea, though. And it kept everyone performing when they couldn't perform publicly, It was wonderful.
I just think, a lot of us thought that was going to go away, that it was just a flash in the pan, all this live streaming, but it just became such an invaluable way to connect with people. Like all these people in the comments are people that I really, I knew Dave before, but I feel like we really connected more through live streaming.
Right. No, I agree. I think it's great. It's wonderful. And I can't wait for you to get started again. So this is sort of kickstarting that again, right?
Yeah. And I put a post up on my Facebook page where I announced it, and I asked people for song requests. And I would really love, no one's made a request yet. And so I'd really love if people could put some song requests, because you know what happens? Give me a request when I'm doing the live stream, and then it's too late. I can't brush up on a song in the moment, I need them ahead of time.
All right. So everybody out there listening, go to her Facebook page and, let her know what you want to hear.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. All right. So what is our next song going to be?
Oh, my goodness. Do you have a request? You know my whole record.
Yes, I do, actually. I do. All right. I want to hear.
My favorite.
I want to hear. I know. I like the. I don't have my glasses. I don't. Yeah, I know. I want to hear Sloppy. I love Sloppy.
Oh, you want to hear Sloppy? Oh, cool. Okay.
I love Sloppy.
Let's see what I can do with that, Veronica.
Do you remember how to play Sloppy?
We're going to find out, aren't we?
We're not Sloppy. We talked about having martinis, and then we chose not to have them.
Oh, I have one.
What?
I have a martini.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Look.
I thought you were drinking some water. Oh, dude.
That's some cloudy water.
Yeah, it is. I don't have one.
Maybe
while you're singing, I'll go make myself one.
I'd like to recommend it to the audience. This is called a Fishin' for Blues, and it's blue curacao.
Yep.
And other things. Pineapple juice.
Oh, okay.
And Malibu.
Oh, I bet that's delicious.
It is.
Okay. All right. Well, you're sloppy, singing Sloppy. Let's do this. You think you can do it?
I think I can do it.
All right. I'm pulling myself up.
I think I can.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh, Denise, thank you so much for saying that. Denise was just saying that she enjoyed my virtual world tour. I connected with Denise on that one. I can't face it no more. No familiar feet walking through the door. Walk away. What's it gonna take to make this bird sing? But lately I've been holding on to certain vices, and sometimes I get sloppy when no one's there to stop me. No, I take the bottle off the the shelf. What am I doing to myself? You drive me like a stone. I can feel it echo in the bones. Rich like wine, I pretend that everything is fine. Lately I've been holding on to certain vices, and sometimes I get sloppy, and no one's there to stop me. No, I take the bottle off the shelf. What am I doing to myself? I better let it go before the bottom drops out below me. Hear a million voices that just wanna show me hiding no hope, ain't no way to turn it around. Oh, burying the bottle, believe life keeps going. Forgetting the fear as it comes every morning, 'cause I have wings and I get sloppy when no one's there to stop me. No, I take the bottle off the shelf. What am I doing to myself? Thank you. And merci, Michelle. And thank you, Gail.
I told you I was listening the other day. Like I listened to the whole thing again because I just hadn't done it in a couple months, and I was like, this is so good. I love it.
Thank
I
you.
want to hear Small Town Lament too.
Oh,
before you
okay.
take it.
Yeah.
I love that one. I
Yeah.
like love them all. There's actually, I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, what other ones do I want to hear? We've got some time. We got 20 minutes. We can do
Yeah.
a couple more, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah. So I was just thinking that song in particular. I wrote that song, and there's this note in it after the bridge hits. You can hear it if you check me out on Spotify. What am I doing? Like it gets really, really high, and when I was performing out 3-4 times a week, I was in great vocal shape. I could do that, but I wrote it that high, and then I got to the studio, and I'm like, shit, I can't. So I did it one time in the studio, and thank God I nailed the note. But when I go to play it live, I really want to belt out that note, and I don't have it anymore.
You're probably scared. Like I think I can.
Well, that's what it is. Like you don't want to try and like completely fail.
You want to try?
Nope.
Right now?
Nope.
No.
I know I don't have it right now.
It's like when you haven't been to the gym in a few months.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah, yeah, it's the same.
Yep.
You
totally.
know? So like don't try to you got to ease your way there.
Exactly. Going to work back up.
I know. So, tell me what else is going on with Grace? There's so much.
What else is going on with Grace? Well, the thing that's been really taking up so much of my mental space has been reconnecting with audience, and I'm like so pumped. You have no idea. Like to see Michelle and Gail and having Denise and Chris on here. Like
we've all missed you.
I've missed everybody too.
You know, like you're running off, like being a big star, and we're like, oh, we're gonna go have dinner. We're gonna have drinks, and it just be.
And then you just add the mom thing on top of it all.
I know.
Momming
so I'm like,
is
hey,
no joke.
can we have a date on the show? That'll work.
Yes. Oh man, moms can relate. I got a whole record of mom songs.
So now you take your son on tour. You do.
I do.
Yes, you take your son on tour with you now, right?
Yeah. Well, he did not come with me to rural Missouri.
Okay.
That was only just a couple of days. I just don't like, and I'm sure there'll be a time when I don't mind. I don't like leaving him for more than 3-4 days.
No, of course not.
He's still little. He's 2.
Yeah.
It breaks my mom heart. So right now he comes along. He's coming to Nashville, And what we do, we rent a house, and my mom comes, and so she can be with him, and I can go write, and yeah.
Nice. So then it's like a nice little family
Yeah.
trip too.
Yeah,
right?
and he likes it. He likes it because he gets to cuddle in my bed.
Yeah, no, and I'm sure it just really takes the pressure off.
Oh, for sure. And my mom is 78, and prior to 5 years ago, had never been on a plane. So I just made this promise that whenever I could bring her somewhere, I was going to bring her. So
How does she do?
She loves it.
I'm so glad.
All right. I want everyone to imagine their mom saying this to them. We're in the plane, and she's next to the window, and she's holding onto the window. She goes, "Grace, this is better than sex."
Oh.
I can never unhear my mom saying that to me.
No.
But she's just like, you could bring her anywhere and she'll be so happy. She came with me. I was a finalist in a songwriting competition in just outside of Austin.
Yeah.
And she was just like, she's driving down the street. She's like, "Ooh, a ranch. Ooh, a sign." She's just so
Aww.
cute. Oh, I know, Denise. I can't believe he's going to be 3.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know, honey. It's like, I know, it goes quick. All right. What are we going to do a small town lament?
I'm going to do a new song.
Oh.
A new song.
Okay.
So it's funny. I've spent so much of my life desperately hanging on to things and people that do not necessarily add value to my life. And I had this moment of like, but why? Like, this is not adding value. In fact, it is detracting value from my everyday life. So I've just decided, like, it's okay to not hang on to people and things that don't bring you joy.
Right.
And that's what this song is about. It's about standing up for yourself.
All right. And it is the title?
Hail.
Oh.
HAIL.
I like it.
I hope you like it.
I will. I just like listening to your voice. You could sing really anything.
Oh, that's so sweet. Even if I
It's so
inhale
true.
dust.
Yeah, no, your voice is so pretty. It's
Thank
just
you.
flawless. I love it. All right, let me pull myself out. Nobody wants to see me here. All right.
Okay. I love Veronica. Have you ever seen magic? Have you ever been alive? I see it every morning. I feel it every night. Have you ever been low down, pulled up by the scruff? Have you ever got to thinking enough is enough? Oh, hail to the lessons we learn, the lessons we learn, the lessons we learn. Hail to the bridges we burn when the road no longer serves. Oh, have you ever had a firefight with the sun as she sets? Have you ever got to thinking this is as good as it gets? It's a lesson you should know. You can't cover your tracks, son, when you're walking in the snow. Oh, hail to the lessons we learn, the lessons we learn, the lessons we learn. Hail to the bridges we burn when the road no longer serves. Sometimes holding on will hold you down. Sing the song till the beat drops out. All of the oceans in all of the world can't wash away the weight on a girl. lessons we learn. Hail to the bridges we burn. When the world no longer serves. Oh.
Nice.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you. It's so. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you have your
my reverb.
yeah.
Have you ever seen the meme thing of John Mayer, and he's making this face, but they've taken his guitar out and put like a slug in, because he makes this funny face when he's soloing where he's like. Have you seen that?
I haven't.
Oh my gosh, I have to send it to you. Everyone Google John Mayer slug, and just see if it comes up, because it's like. He always makes these funny faces when he's taking solos. Anyway, just in that moment, I realized I do the same thing.
No, you don't.
Well, you make funny expressions when you're done with your.
Beautiful.
I feel like I make funny faces.
No, you don't know how. You laugh face. Yeah, you're pretty no matter what you do.
Thank you.
It's so true. Yeah, we talked about that before. Sometimes you just have to. We got a little comment here.
Thank you.
Sometimes,
Gail.
it's okay to not align with certain people anymore. I look at it that way. Like, you're just not aligning anymore.
That's a nice way to put it.
Right?
I think, when I was a kid, I got bullied a lot by people that I couldn't get away from, like family members, and so I think that just like made its mark on me. So for a long time, I just put up with it, because I just thought it was like things you have to put up with. And it's just so liberating when you realize that you don't need to put up with it. And once you, there's a fear, I think sometimes of drawing a boundary with somebody, but once you do it, it's just like, it's so freeing.
Yeah, I think, and boundary is the perfect word as well. And we've talked about it. I'm a bit of a doormat myself sometimes, because I love people with all my heart. And because of that, sometimes there are people that overstep, and I've just had to learn to, recognize that and understand that it's okay to say no. And
yeah. And I think, someone like you would never think that someone was being nefarious, because you're just such a good person, right? Like, you don't put that out there. So you don't see it when other people, That's what I think of you.
It's a little shocking, because you're like, what?
Right.
I'm just not like that at all. So when it happens, I'm just totally caught off guard. Like, what?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But anyway, like you said, it's okay to people that aren't serving you anymore. Mm-hmm. You can say it that way. I just say, we're not in alignment anymore. I wish you well. Mm-hmm. I wish everybody wonderful happiness. And,
yeah. Rising tide raises all ships.
Yes, that's it.
That's what I like to go.
When do I get to hear my small town lament?
Oh, do you want me to? I haven't sung that song in a hot minute.
I have to tell you, though, I know you say you're out of practice, but your voice really does sound flawless. So you must be singing in the shower.
Well, I have been training. I've been doing vocal training.
Your voice is beautiful right now. I really, it's incredible.
Thank you. I've worked really hard. It's just, there's a difference between, your training for vocal balance and facility but gigging is like, it's requires a different amount of stamina.
Here's a Facebook user.
Hello, Facebook user.
We don't know who you are.
We don't, but I send hearts right back to you. The pink ones, though.
Hi, Facebook user.
If I could comment back, I'd send you the pink hearts.
I'm so upset. It's Facebook user. It's probably on one of the other pages. The name is there.
Oh, okay. So we can go back and
then I'll feel bad because they're like, but it was me. But right now, I want you to see that you just came up as a Facebook user.
And I am really grateful for the hearts.
We love the hearts. I feel like it's somebody that knows you.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I do too.
Yeah. All right.
So I just want to mention about this song.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can remember all the words to it, because I didn't play it in rural Missouri, because there's a reference in the song to something that not everybody thinks is okay, even though it's legal in Massachusetts. And I didn't want to like sing it to this demographic that maybe would be offended by it, but just like what the hell are you talking about?
I'm like thinking of the words. Like,
well, let me sing the song. I'm gonna sing the song, and maybe maybe now that I've said that, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Now we're all like, right?
Brilliant, listen.
Right? Yeah, brilliant. This part of your funnel.
It's part of my marketing funnel.
It's your funnel. You're gonna watch me. Can you see me in the green room?
No.
Okay, because I can see you in the green room. You can't see me because you'll see me go.
And maybe it's just too subtle. Maybe it's not clear. Like I thought when I wrote it that it was really obvious. But here's what I wanted to mention. If you go to my website and go to the shop, my friend Lisa Bastoni is an amazing singer-songwriter, but she's also a painter. And she painted a lyric video for this song. And I took some of the images and put them on T-shirts. So if there are any lines in the song you like, I feel like I got the best ones and I put them on T-shirts.
Is the bad line in there?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, so you all have to go look at her T-shirts to see what that line is.
Yeah. Well, we'll see afterward. Maybe people can guess.
Yeah.
And we'll have a prize if someone guesses the right line.
Okay. All right. I'm pulling myself out. I'm going to be listening to every single word.
Okay. All right. My reverb back. That just makes me echoey. All right, this is a song about living in a small town. Tired of living in a small town, in the woods by the sea. I do one tiny little thing, everybody knows me. So I smile at the man at the diner, I smile at the lady downtown. I do one tiny little thing and word gets around. Sometimes I go drinking, I never go too far. No, I'm not thinking when I get back in my car. I breathe in deep and lustful. I breathe in 'cause it's good. I breathe in 'cause it's legal and I think everybody should. I know, that's just the way it goes. I know, 'cause whether you're up or down, word gets around. Word gets around. Smile at the man at the diner and I smile at the lady downtown. I do one tiny little thing, word gets around.
I know what it is.
Yeah, okay.
You smiled at the man at the diner.
No, it has nothing to do. Well, I guess it could have to do with the man at the diner. It could. Is it obvious now?
It is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's on a shirt.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't want me to say.
Oh, I don't care. I've decided recently.
I'm assuming because it's referencing drinking and driving.
No.
That wasn't it?
No.
No. Yeah,
Because
but
I'm
you're
not.
getting in your car after you had a few
No,
drinks.
no.
I thought that's what it was.
No, but you're close.
I listened to the whole thing. I must be going to hell because I didn't think what anything else was bad.
No, it's the I breathe in deep and lustful. I
Oh,
breathe
for
in because it's
goodness.
legal and everybody should. But I wrote, you know what I'm talking about.
Up or down, yes. But that, yes. It's like it's it's going through the whole thing. The song has just got so many innuendos that I.
So, Veronica, there was a time when every song I wrote, I put, yeah. Every song I wrote had an innuendo in it. Every one. Like, I wrote a whole album about King Henry VIII and his wives.
Oh,
every song has an innuendo in it. Because I just thought it was so funny because no one would expect that from me.
No. Well, yeah, but you're fun, girl.
Well, you know that, but there's a real good chunk.
Yes.
A real good chunk of my life when parents assumed that if their kids were with me, nothing was going to go wrong because I was such a goody two-shoes.
This girl on the back.
Yeah.
But the girl on the front is the one I know. When you were picking out your cover.
Yeah.
You said, do you want this?
Yeah.
Or this? And I'm like, right here. We can get you. This is it. This is the girl I know. I am not very good at this. Yeah.
I think you're great. And I think, I so appreciate that because that's the real me, and I so much of my life, I grew up in a really strict church and with older parents and grandparents. And so I was brought up by Victorians. And so,
But that's what makes you cool. And that's your dorkiness. I love it.
It's the dorky.
No, but it's true. I'm dorky too. I love it.
I think you're the coolest.
No, you're the coolest.
Someone said to me, when I say someone, I mean my husband, he said, I'm quoting him, he said, "You hate fun."
What?
I don't hate fun. I just want to play the Titanic video game. That's fun.
I think that's fun.
Yeah, I'm fun. My fun is different than everyone else's fun.
No, well, your fun is my fun. I think you're so much fun. You're more fun than me. You have a cocktail. All right. So we're coming up on the hour. So this is your time to shine and talk about all the things you want to tell these lovely people about what's coming up and
okay.
how to get this, how to get a t-shirt.
Okay. So sales is not my strength. So help me out if I need it, Veronica. But,
I got you.
But my number one is that I'm just so grateful that so many of you are with us tonight because there's familiar names and there's new names. And I'm just so excited to hang out with people. That is my number one. If, and independent musicians, we need people like you and we want to connect with you. And that is that. But if you like this sort of thing, Monday nights at 7, starting December 20th, come hang out with me. Sometimes I'll have guests, sometimes I won't, but I would really love your song requests.
Yes.
On my post.
And so if they want to go to the world tour, they need to They need to like your Facebook page, Grace Morrison.
Well, you don't need to, but I would love it if you did.
Okay. Well, I'm selling.
Gail,
this is what you need to do.
This is what I do. And but Gail has the idea. So Gail and I connected on a video I had posted, and Gail, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she just hit the follow button, so she was notified the moment I went live.
Okay. So we're gonna follow Grace Morrison, and then YouTube.
Yep, you can follow me on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You can
so that's where it streams live.
Yep, my Facebook page and YouTube.
Facebook, right?
Yep.
And so that's 7:00 on Monday nights. Yes. And then gracemorrison.com, I've got there on the ticker.
Yes.
And click on that, and all of Grace's upcoming shows and events are there. And then you can link to buy a t-shirt that has what on it?
There's all different kinds. There's all different quotes from the song. But there's one t-shirt that says, "I breathe in deep and lustful." I think that's what it says. I breathe in deep and lustful. and it has custom artwork on it. So just go to my website, go to the shop.
I need that one. I like that one.
There's all kinds of shirts and soap and mugs and all the paraphernalia.
The mugs are the ceramic ones, the handmade ones. They're so pretty. I have one of those. I love it. It's gorgeous.
And lastly, I just want to say I haven't put up my 2022 tour dates yet, but I'm going to be all over the United States and Canada. So if you're someone who loves house concerts, shoot me a private message if you want to host one. I'm going to be in every part of the country, so I'm sure that if you want to host a house concert, we can do that.
Love it. Grace, so lovely to see you.
Really.
I missed you so much. We spent, the viewers probably don't know, but we spent so much time together during the pandemic, and right before the pandemic, everyone had very small circles.
Yeah.
And, I'm so grateful to have had that time with you.
You were my circle. But
you couldn't. You couldn't leave, so I had you captive.
That was such a wonderful time, and it's what led to the virtual world tour. So
yeah, and me and all my equipment. You notice how Grace and I have matching headphones.
We're gonna have matching mics soon.
We are. I'm changing all my gear. You really do have to help me with that.
I will.
I know. We're totally dorky shopping. Yeah, for sure. But it was so good to see you. And
so good to see you.
Your voice is flawless right now, really.
Thank you.
So pretty. And I can't wait to see you on Monday. I'm going to tune in.
Yay!
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Oh, and follow me on Spotify because starting in February, I'm going to be releasing singles every other month.
Not every day, not 50. And
I have enough material, but I don't have enough money to record it all. So no, not every day.
Like the last one, I'm going to have a world tour every day. So every other month, right?
Yes.
Love it. I can't wait. All right.
I love you.
Love you, honey.
Bye.
Love to your family too.
You got it.
All right. Bye. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to Grace Morrison. Gosh, I've missed her so much. And I'm really, really grateful that she was able to make it tonight and we could catch up and listen to this incredible artist. Please join us next week when I have our new VTalks expert, psychologist, law of attraction coach, Taylor Wells. She's going to be joining us once a month, and we're going to be discussing, I believe we're going to be discussing how to cope with the stress during the holidays. I think that's the topic we've chosen. Seems appropriate. And she's going to help us maneuver through all of that. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week. Take care. Bye.